Welcome to the stage, the one and only Marci Hopkins. Hello, welcome. So great to see all of you here for this incredible event. Let's see, we're gonna get started here. Let me start here. So good morning, New York City. Welcome to this amazing event. It's so wonderful to see all of you here for this incredible reason that we are celebrating. I want to welcome you to the Shatterproof Walk to End Addiction Stigma. This is your official opening, and it's wonderful to stand with you today at the Shatterproof Walk to End Addiction Stigma. I'm Marci Hopkins, and I'm proud to be part of this powerful movement, one that's changing lives, changing minds, and changing systems. I'm so honored to be here with Shatterproof, an organization that's transforming the way our country views addiction and mental health. My connection to this cause runs deep. I myself am in recovery, and this month I just celebrated 10 years. Woo! I gotta tell you, we're getting real feedback here, aren't we? So it was October 3rd, 2015, and I made the decision to surrender. I realized I couldn't keep running from my pain and pushing down my trauma. It was time to make a change and break generational cycles. That moment of surrender changed everything. There was a huge shift in my life. Sobriety just didn't save my life. It gave me the chance to heal from my trauma, break the generational cycles in my family, break the silence and the shame, and to step into a life filled with clarity, gratitude, and purpose. Also, 5 years ago, I lost my mom to alcohol use disorder. Her passing was a heartbreaking reminder of how devastating this disease is. It is something we must address urgently because we need to break the stigma. She was too afraid to ask for help. We were too afraid as a family to speak about it to anyone, keeping the shame within our home. But with that loss and with my recovery, I knew that I had to start making a change. And it fuels everything I'm doing today, helping others to find healing, self-worth, and the belief that they are not broken. That is why it is such an honor to stand here beside Shatterproof, founded by Gary Mendel, who turned unimaginable loss into a mission to save lives and change our culture. His vision to create a world where no one feels shame in seeking help and where families never feel that they have to suffer in silence is one I deeply share. Because recovery doesn't happen alone. It happens in community. It happens when we come together, share our stories, and lift one another up, just as we're doing today. Community is where shame loses its power and hope begins to grow. Through my podcast, Wake Up with Marci, and my books, Chaos to Clarity, Seeing the Signs and Breaking the Cycles, and my upcoming book, Wake Up, You're Not Broken, What to Expect in the First 30 Days of Sobriety, which is now available for pre-sale on Amazon, I strive to carry out the same message, that recovery is possible, healing is real, the community is essential, and that no one is alone. Together with Shatterproof, we are proving that when we break the silence, we build hope. And when we come together in compassion and community, we change lives. We're here today not just to walk, but to stand together, to honor our loved ones, the ones that we have lost, to celebrate those in recovery, and to demand a future where addiction is treated with compassion, dignity, and evidence-based care. Addiction comes in many forms, from alcohol to opioids to unregulated substances. Every story here is part of that shared struggle and part of our shared hope. Overdose is now the #1 killer in America for those aged 18 to 45, claiming more lives than car accidents, gun violence, and cancer combined. Alcohol-related deaths now exceed 178,000 annually, making alcohol responsible for 1 in 5 deaths among adults ages 20 to 49. Numbers are incredibly staggering. Just here in New York, we lost nearly 2,165 people to opioid-related overdoses and more than 2,000 to excessive drinking in 2024. Yet stigma continues to silence families and block access to care. But look around you. How many people are here? Change doesn't wait, and neither should we. Today, this united community shows that we are not alone. Yes, give yourself an applause. Woo! Over a decade ago, Shatterproof was born from one father's heartbreak, and what started as a personal mission has grown into a nationwide movement. How incredible. Shatterproof's work across every area of this crisis. Shatterproof's work is with policy change, has advanced over 50 state and federal policies that saves lives, from naloxone access, parity, and insurance coverage. Our work with prevention and community education has equipped families, schools, and employers with tools to prevent addiction and reduce stigma. Shatterproof Treatment Atlas, the first national platform to connect people to evidence-based care, is now reaching nearly half of the U.S. population. Shatterproof is working on stigma reduction, shifting outdated narratives through campaigns, media, and grassroots efforts. Thanks to your support, in just the past year, 90,000 people in 14 states found appropriate evidence-based treatment through Shatterproof's Treatment Atlas. Woo! Statewide stigma campaigns reached more than 8 million people across the country. We partnered with over 450 community-based organizations to strengthen local responses to addiction. And we continue to push insurers to treat addiction like they would any other health condition, prioritizing breaking down barriers to care. All of this progress in the past year is thanks to supporters like you standing here today. Every dollar raised and every step taken to walk supports Shatterproof's mission and shows the community that stigma has no place here. And I want to thank all of you standing here for everything that you have done to support this walk. Whether you, woo, yes! Whether you've yet started fundraising, yes, there's still time, or you are a top fundraiser, you standing here makes a total difference. I do want to take a quick moment to shout out some of our all-star fundraisers. First, our corporate teams, who are vital because they not only bring resources, but they also help to change workplace culture and ensure employees and families have access to care. A huge thank you to our 2 top corporate teams, Sage AB, Team Fidelis Care. Thank you. Next up, our 3 outstanding friends and family members. Thank you for raising an incredible amount of money to support Shatterproof. You are all part of our Shatterproof family. Brian's Wish, Live for Matt, and Team Jack. Thank you. And finally, a shout out to our top 3 individuals. All of these supporters are champion fundraisers, meaning they raised over $1,000 for Shatterproof. Let's give them a big round of applause. Justin Schwartz, Natalie Schwartz, Kevin Conroy. Thank you, everyone. It has been great to celebrate the dedication, compassion, and tireless efforts of our top fundraisers. You are all bringing so much hope to so many. Behind every success we have shared, there is a deeper truth. Addiction doesn't just affect statistics or headlines, it touches real lives, real families, and real hearts. Every dollar raised helps breaks the silence and the stigma and saves lives, because you are worthy, always. And now I would like to invite, well, they're up here, some of your fellow walkers to join me on stage so they can turn our attention to the voices that matter most, the individuals whose journeys remind us why this mission is so urgent. So, purple bracelets. We are so proud to welcome Eric, Natalie, and Michael from Fidelis Care. Woo! Like Shatterproof, Fidelis Care is deeply committed to improving the health and the well-being of communities across New York State. Yes, come up here. With compassion, integrity, and a focus on access for all. Fidelis Care's ongoing efforts to end the stigma of addiction through community outreach, education, and access to care make their support of today's walk a powerful and deeply meaningful movement and statement. It shows that when trusted healthcare partners like Fidelis Care stand beside us, we can reach more people, share more stories, and break more barriers. If you are wearing a purple bracelet today, please lift up your arm now, along with Eric, Natalie, and Michael. Thank you for all those taking the moment to look around, see those people, and celebrate together. Shatterproof allies today, together, this community will create positive change. Your support helps to break the silence, and thank you so much for all that you have done to help all those affected by addiction. And now, Navy bracelets. Next, I'd like to introduce Bobby and his son, Joel, who are wearing their Navy bracelets proudly. Joel has been by Bobby's side as a pillar of support and hope during his recovery journey. He is now proud to say that he has recently celebrated 3 years in recovery. Congratulations! Once Bobby found proper treatment, he was determined to help others live a sober lifestyle and now gives back through the Good Project. Both Joel and Bobby are true examples of our mottos: love over stigma and connection is the opposite of addiction. If you are wearing a Navy bracelet and are supporting his journey, along with Bobby and Joel, let's lift our arms up. Thank you for your compassion and courage to help create a world where people with substance use disorder feel seen, supported, and safe. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Bobby. Next up, I would like to introduce Karen. Karen is participating in honor of her son, Christopher. Thank you so much for being here. Christopher died at 43 years of age on September 10th, 2018 of fentanyl poisoning. Chris was complicated, talented, clever, wickedly funny, and sensitive. He was a musician, singer, songwriter, graphic artist, son, stepson, brother, uncle, cousin, friend, animal lover, and a lover of tradition and family. The whole family misses the clever gifts he often gave out for Christmas and birthdays, but mostly they miss his presence, his conversation, his strong opinions. His battle with substance use disorder was real and frustrating and heartbreaking. After Chris died, his mom, Karen, joined Shatterproof after hearing about its mission and quickly formed Team Chris Dillon. Her team works hard every year to stop the stigma of addiction because they know Chris would want to make a difference and help others avoid the same heartache that he and his family have suffered. If you, like Karen, are here because addiction took the life of someone you love and you want to help others avoid the heartache, raise your white bracelet in the air in solidarity with Karen. Your presence today and testament to love that endures beyond loss. Carry the memory of someone cherished, someone missed, someone whose story matters. In your quiet strength, we find inspiration. In your grief, we offer our deepest passion. And in this shared space, we honor your loved one's life, holding their light gently in our hearts. May you feel surrounded by support. We are all with you. Uplifting is remembrance, and you are never alone in your journey. Thank you. That mic was killing me. Next, I want to introduce Catherine, who stands here today surrounded by her friends, family, and colleagues from J.P. Morgan Chase, a proud corporate sponsor of today's event. After years of struggling in silence with an alcohol use disorder, Catherine found recovery and is now 2.4 years sober. Woo! As the first in her family to face addiction, she was unfamiliar with programs like Alcohol Anonymous or any other programs that are available. And there's really so much help out there, and that's why we need to have events like this and education to help those that are in need. I was struggling, and Catherine, I've been there with you, and I am so glad to see you here today and for you to be so open with your story, because with that, you are helping so many out there. She was the first in her family, and she was unfamiliar, like I said, with these programs and other support options because no one around had needed them. Through her work in human resources, she learned about addiction resources available through JPMC's Employee Assistance Program, an introduction that ultimately opened the door for her to seek help herself. Today, Catherine is committed to making sure that others know that help is out there, no matter their situation. She is an active participant in recovery programs that keep her deeply involved in service, grateful for the community and the life that she has built and building every day. She proudly wears her sobriety one day at a time, hoping someone else might see it and believe they can do it too. We are not alone. If you are wearing a teal bracelet today in honor of your own recovery journey along with Catherine, please raise your arm. Your presence here today is a gift. You are worthy, you are valued and deeply appreciated, not just for your journey, but for who you are. We celebrate your strength, your story, and the light that you bring to this space. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Now we invite everyone, no matter the color of your bracelet you are wearing, to raise your arm. Look around. Look around you. Look at each other. We are together. No one here is alone. This is the face of a powerful and united community, and community is what we need. We can't do this alone. We can't be isolated and alone. Standing together to say stigma has no place here. You are worthy always. Together we build a world where substance use disorder is met with compassion, understanding, and the support needed to save lives. Together we will end addiction stigma, and together we will save more lives. Thank you to Natalie, Eric, Michael, Bobby, Joelle, Karen, Catherine for sharing your stories today. Once the program concludes and we are all warmed up, I invite you all to follow this group at Shatterproof Supporters out on this walk today. Thank you. At Shatterproof, we know that recovery is about more than the treatment. It's about whole person wellness. Movement and exercise can play a powerful role in mental health, resilience, and healing. We gotta get moving. That's why we're thrilled to welcome our partners from Barry's Boot Camp to get us moving, energized, and united before we step out there together on our walk. Please welcome Rich from Barry's Boot Camp, who will lead us in a high energy warm-up before we step off on our walk. Thank you. Woo!
Thank you.